Hi, Desiree. Let's see. Trying to fix the camera. Well, I think this is the best I can get. Hello, back. Hello, Joanne. Still getting organized. I've got so much things to go with you over. Hi, Dodo. What happened to my hand? This is just me being genius. I'll talk about it in a minute. Okay, let's see if I've got everything. I always forget something. Hello, Marielle. Got my tea. Okay. We still have 6 minutes until I'm supposed to start. Well, for the time being, I can just show you something I've done this week. I saw someone dye papers with water from a purple cabbage, and I just had to try it. And these are all the pages that I've done. Now I just took one small purple cabbage and let it boil in water. I just put water enough to cover the cabbage. Let it I let it boil first, and then let it steam. Yeah, for 20 minutes. So, and most of the pages turned like just plain this color, but because I was into a med scientist phase in that moment, I tried all kinds of stuff that I'm going to go over just so you will know. But basically, just the water from the cabbage gave me this kind of a dye for the paper, which is nice, and I'm planning on doing some sea-themed journal just from these papers. And the other ones I just dropped, I had on old gold acrylic paint that I just dropped into the solution. So I've got some shine in several places, and I also sprinkled some brushel powder on some of the papers. I just played with it, and whatever came out came out. I also dropped a baby oil in yes, made scientist. So I dropped the baby oil because I wanted to see how it will react with the water, and it gave all kinds of interesting outcomes. This is just crumpled paper, so most of the dye just went into this. Here I put some, don't know if you can see it, but I put leaves that I had dried leaves and hoped to get something. It wasn't that much of a great result, but that was but nice. So I've got lots of paper to play with, and it's all from boiled cabbage, purple cabbage, and all kinds of stuff that I just dropped in it. Okay, so that's that I wanted to show you. And let's see who came in. Okay, hi Donna, Joanne, Marielle, who did I? Hi Sonia, hi Melissa. Yeah, I was. It's just me being genius. The hand. I will tell you in a minute what I've done. I don't think it's reactive when it's wet. It seems like it's settled. It's as much as I've seen, it's settled into the paper. It's not something that will be reactive again. Not that I've seen it so far. So that's that. And okay, so the hand. I have a toaster, not the one with the jumping toasts, and it decided to go gator on me. I took something out and it just went plop on me. And at first I thought I got away easily because I only had one mark, red mark, and I said, okay, that's not bad. A little bit of cold water and an ointment like aloe vera. But after 2 days, he decided to go into a second-degree burn. And then I had to go to the doctor and got another ointment with antibiotics. So that's just me being genius. Yeah. And the yellow tint is just iodine, so nothing, nothing else. My hand is not going to drop off. But I really thought I got away with it. For 2 days, everything was fine. I just had a red mark, but after 2 days, it decided that it wasn't enough. So yeah. No, not painful, just unease. Yeah, no, I'm not using soft pastels. I'm using oil pastels. It's a different thing. Uh, Soft pastels are more like chalk, and this is more like a little bit similar to crayons, but crayons are wax based, and this is oil based, and they are softer and more vibrant than crayons. And we'll go all over it. Not that I'm an expert, but we'll go about how to use it. Yeah, toaster attack. Yeah. Hi, Beth Ann. Before I forget, all the giveaways went to the mail. Now it's just a waiting game. If it's down under Australia, New Zealand, it can be up to 2 months, and USA up to 1 month. Sometimes they are surprising me, and it gets to its destination in 2 weeks, but you just can't know with snail mail. So everything went out. I've worked on all kinds of stuff this week, kept myself busy. I had to, all kinds of awful stuff are going here. So first I found this photo that I really liked, and I had to make something out of it. So this is of course going to be a focal point in one of my art journal pages, but then I went and done a sketch of it. I'm not completely satisfied with the sketch, but for now it will have to do. And I just printed it on white paper and then printed it on dictionary paper, because that's how I go about doing things. It's always the same. I've got a photo that I like, then I've got a drawing, and then I print them on all kinds of papers. So that's one thing, to be expected in the future to be in one of the art journal pages. And then I went and done some abstract flowers that I really liked and printed them on one painted paper just to see how it looks, and of course on a dictionary paper. So another thing to probably be in one of the art journals pages. And then I just made this. I made all the labels to go in the mail. I printed them on sticker paper that you put in the printer, and I had this piece left. This is just a sticker paper, and I figured instead of throwing it to the trash, I'll put something on it and then I'll fussy cut it, and it will already have adhesive in the back. So another thing. And I think I showed you this, but here is another focal point I made just by tracing around dried leaves I had, and watercolors, some stamps here inside, and this is just some painting paper that didn't turn out as I wanted it to, but then I figured it would be nice underneath this, but I still need to add some interest to the back. So that's that. Okay, so I think I went over all of this. What else did I had to say? Giveaway, I talked about it. I'm already working on another giveaway, so that's going to be in the near future. Okay, hi Celine. I'm just reading the chat. Okay, so oil pastels. Oil pastels are here. It's something that we give our kids always. This is what first we give them. It's cheap, it's accessible, lots of colors, and it's great for little kids to develop motor skills with holding this little things. Of course, you don't buy them the expensive brand, but this is what we give children to start with, and that's before we had today. We have all those finger paints. So when I was a kid, that's most of the time what we had. We had some kind of crayons, but not the ones like Crayola. Crayola are very expensive here. I do have Crayola, but mine was bought with my first military paycheck. I was 19. I went to Tel Aviv. I bought a Walkman, and I bought the 64 pack of Crayola crayons. Yeah, here it is. So here it's expensive. It's not something that probably because it comes from United States. So this is what we are using, and most of my life I used to doodle and just draw and paint on any kind of surface that came my way. And then one day a friend of mine said to me that stop doodling on everything, start painting on paper. Start doing it like regular people. And that's the first time that I bought a really, not this one, but at the time, a large pack of oil pastels. again, because it was cheap, there were lots of colors, and I thought it would be a good medium to use. And I dug today some of those paintings, and I got to find all kinds of treasures that I forgot about. I had one big, large folio or large bag that held all my old paintings. And I'm talking old, like I was 16 or something like that. So, and I found all kinds of stuff. The oldest thing that I found, and it's even before I started drawing with the oil pastels, is this. This is from 87. I was 15, and I was on a trip with the family. We were doing all of, not all, but most of the major cities in Spain and in Portugal. And as in any hotel, there is always some material to write on. So I found a piece of paper. This is from Alfa Lisboa Hotel in Lisbon, in Portugal. And that's what I made with just a pen that was in the drawer. Yeah, I found it. I didn't know that I saved it, and I just found it today. So, a treasure from 87. Who knew? So, oil pastel. First painting I've done with oil pastels on paper is this one. And at that time, I took my paintings were from all kinds of photos I've seen, if it's National Geographic or in traveling brochures and all kinds of stuff like that. And so this was from a photo of a fire somewhere, and I really like the photo, and that's my first painting that I've done with oil pastels. And I really liked how I can layer the paint, almost creating texture, and I'll talk about the texture. So that's that. I didn't even sign it or write the year on this one. Most of them I don't have, some of them do. Here is another example. And remember, I was 15, 16, so just so, and I still didn't have any formal education, learning of painting. It's just what I've done from looking at the photos. So that's that. So let's see. Here is another one. This is from some kind of a travel brochure. And some I didn't find and probably got lost in some of the moves over the years. But I just took out some examples. And this is the one that I really wanted to show you. Not that it's such a great painting, but what I wanted to show you is that what I liked about the oil pastels is that I can almost create texture. I don't know if you can see it, but all the white here is almost is texture on the painting. You can smash the oil pastels, and depending on the brand, depending on the quality, even if they feel hard, you can warm them with, if you have any heat tool, you can warm them a little bit, and then you can smash them and create texture. Because I am from the south, and it's very hot, it's the desert, I used to take my oil pastels to out the window and just let them be in the sun for like 15 minutes, and then I would work them into a painting. So that's that. I really love this one. Especially because it was supposed to be snow, and I really liked how I smashed the white on top of the other colors to create this kind of uh, like snow on. I really looked for creating texture before I knew anything about texture or mixed media or whatever. So yeah. Okay, so for this page that I'm only going to work here, and I had some kind of idea that was in my on my mind to do. I had some picture in my mind to do, and let's see. I was waiting to do it when I get something in my mind's eye. I just can't wait to create it. So it took a whole lot of self-control not to do it before today. I'm making this circle. These are my templates for circles. It always makes my life easier to have them. Just from ugly 12 by 12, I cut all kinds of sizes of circles, and it makes my life easier when I want a circle. So that's the circle, and I want some leaves here and some, I don't know, like heels here, something like that. Maybe another one here. I'm not even sure about the vine. First, I wanted to do something like this, and now I want to do something more like this. So I'm not sure. Let's see. Whatever will be, will be. And let's see. I'll just check the chat because I can already see that I have missed a lot. Hi, Jean. Yes, Walkman and crayons with my first military check. You don't, what I'm doing today, if you don't have oil pastels or you don't like oil pastel, you don't have to. You can even do markers. If that's your thing, you can paint however you want. I just figured it's about time to do something with oil pastels. Hi, Linda. If did I miss you? I don't even remember. I hope you're feeling better. I'd like to see the pants because you did a swell job on the pleats and folds. You mean the painting? Ay, you just black and white and gray, and you just blend them together with your finger. That's what I used. Again, you don't have to have oil pastels. You can use crayon. You can use all kinds of markers. You can use acrylics, whatever you like. Okay, so let's see. And this needs to be thicker, I think. And I'm still debating what kind of leaves do I want here. I don't know. I'll start with this. And at first I wanted a sun, and now I want a moon. So I'm gonna start with that. Now I'm taking some white, I'm taking gray, and let's see which blue. I don't know. One of them. Okay, so first of all, remember I haven't touched oil pastels in a long time. I just start by putting down something, and the great thing is they are soft, they blend nicely. I can also use my finger if I feel I want it more blended. As you can see, I've done it quite easily. I can do whatever I want. I can, on top of it, I can layer on top of it. It doesn't have to be all layered out in one layer. So you can play with it. You can do a first layer and then build up on it. And as they, even when I touch one of them to the other color, it already picks up and get contaminated, but in a good way. Okay. So now white, of course, always helps blend, but you can blend with whatever you want, and you can go in a specific direction if you want, or you can do circles. It's really up to you to find what you like to do and how you want it to look like. If I've got too much of a blue here, I can go on top with the white. I can go on top with more of the gray. Now it can be the look can be soft and blended like this, or you can go, let's say, like a Van Gogh. Okay, you can go and do something like that you can see each and every stroke. It's really up to you to find what you like. You see, I'm just using my finger, and now if I have a light gray and I feel it's not enough, I can always go and add something like black and just blend it in like so. Or It doesn't have to be black. I can take a dark blue and again just blend it in. And you can always fix and work it until you like it. Now, I like to work most of the time, not all the time. Most of the time, I like to work with oil pastels on a paper that is not white. I don't know why, but there is something extra added to the painting when you're working on something that is not white. Most of the other paintings that I've done when I was 16, 17, and so on, was on black paper. I really like working on black paper. This one is on white because I just knew that everything would need to be lighter, so this one was on white, but the other ones are on a black paper, Bristol paper. So yeah, and sometimes they break, but I also like when they break because then I can really smash them and go around like this. I can cover a more of a surface when they break, and then I just smash them to the side. Like, I don't like that I have too much of the light blue here, so I'm going over with the gray and the white again until I like what I see. And now it's soft and blended, but I can go and do other parts with a more heavy-handed layer. It really depends on what I want to achieve. I don't know if you can see it, but part of the brown paper is showing through what I've done here, and I like it, so I'm leaving it be. But again, if you're working on something that is not white or whatever, and you don't want part of the paper showing, then just go more heavy-handed with the oil pastels. Okay, so that's that for now, at least. Maybe I will add some details later on. And let's see, when I first imagined the branch, the leaves, let's see, I'm looking for a darker green than what I've got, so maybe I will have to mix the green that I do have with some darker blue. Maybe I've got here, this is from another, there some leftovers from another pack of crayons, that not crayons, oil pastels that I had. No, mostly I've got some metallics here. Never mind. Maybe, let's see. Okay, now the green. I'm putting pressure on it, and I'm basically mixing the two on directly on the paper. Now here I'm not using my finger. I want the stem to be a stem, and if I will use my finger, it will go sideways, and not interested in that. Yeah. And sometimes you get like a, what do I call it? Some little bits of the oil pastels, and you can just brush them either with your hand or just take a brush and this. Let's see. Again, if your oil pastels are not as creamy, you can always lost my words. If you have a heat tool, you can put it under it a little bit. Don't melt it because you can melt it. Even make like drips with it if you want to. But if you just want them to be softer, you can use a heat tool. Again, when it's summer, I can just put them outside in the sun and they will be softer. So, but that's that, and it's not summer yet here. Are there also, no, these are not water solubles. These are just oil pastels. I've got all water soluble oil pastels. I've used them in other here are my water soluble oil pastels. I can mix them if I want to, just not, I wouldn't use them with water here. And here I've got a darker green, so maybe I'll use them. I'll just use them as oil pastels and not activate them with water because I'm not looking for that thing here. Hi, Claudia. Hi, Lona. I'm fine. Thank you, Claudia. Yeah. Went like this. Gator decided it wanted to eat my hand. I've got the toaster, I've got it for 3 years and never had a problem with it. And suddenly the lid decided to just drop on my hand. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Where is my pencil? Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm going with this kind of leaves. Okay, so let's see. I'm just going to play with the colors. I just need to make sure they don't go in the wrong set. Maybe a little bit of blue, because why not? If you don't want to, if you want to do the smudging and you've got a small area like this, you can always use a Q-tip, like so. I'm just mixing several shades of green and having fun with it. That's that. No, don't like this one. This one's best. Okay. And a little hint of blue. Now, even after I finished, let's say I finished this leaves, and I still feel like it needs a little bit more, like a highlight, I can go with yellow and smoosh a little bit like so. And that's the smooshing that I talked about. So, and even with, where did I put the white? With my moon, if I want to have more, again, I can take the white and smoosh it in several places and create almost a texture. So that's that. Very easy. That's why we give these things to children, because it's easy to handle. But I think that they are underrated, and you could do so much with them and have fun. Layering all kinds of shades. You see, I'm just putting down some colors. I don't care where they are going. And now I'm just getting the Q-tip and smudging or mixing or blending or whatever you want to call it. Now, of course, if you want later on to do something more precise or defined, you can with even just, this is a 10B pencil, what I've used to draw the layout of the page. I can go and make everything more defined like so. It's also, because it's a 10B, it's the graphite is softer and darker, so it goes well with the oil pastels. It really needs the smooshing of the yellow to make it pop with some highlight. Just getting rid of the little bits. Yeah. Once you do a the contour line, it's starting to take more shape. Although lots of times I won't do a contour line, I will just leave it as is. It really depends on what I feel like it at that exact moment. Yeah. Yeah, already starting to take some shape. Okay. Let's see. On black pepper, they show beautifully. I showed before. I've done. Again, bear in mind, these are from when I was 16, 17 and didn't have any formal tutoring or anything and on how to paint. So these are on black paper. I loved working with them on black paper. So yeah. And now I'm working on this. This is the just the paper from the back of a paper pad. I like it. I like working on something that in this color, like craft paper or wrapping paper. So I really like it, and I just put it in my journal, the one that I just put pages back to back. So I have more to play with, not just white papers. Okay. Then okay. Q-tip. Some of the moon is showing through the leaf. I don't care. I can always go back and do another layer, but I'm not that concerned about it. I'm taking another Q-tip because this one was just too much. Now, as I said at the beginning, I'm no expert in oil pastels. This is just how I like to play with them. And I think at the end of the day, each one needs to find his own way to work with whatever medium you have, and to find out how you like to work with something. Now, the oil pastels are, because they are soft, some of them are here going on my hand. Not a lot, but just so you will know. And that just means that when you are finished, you need to seal your work. And cheapest way to seal, if it's oil pastels or chalk pastels or soft pastels, which is the other name for chalk pastels, is with the cheapest hairspray that you can find. That's the cheapest way to go about it. Next best thing is a clear spray like this in a can spray. And the expensive stuff is called fixative, and you can buy it in art supply shops, and it's expensive. That's what I have to say about it. It does the job, but it's expensive. And I find out that I can seal whatever I'm doing with either hairspray or the clear spray in the spray can. Okay, so that's that. And I don't know why, but I thought about some purple. I really don't have any explanation for that. That's the picture I had in my mind, so I'm going with it to the bitter end, and whatever will happen, happen. So I'm putting purple here, and I'm planning again to add some more colors, so it won't be one boring solid color. I'm just starting with the purple. And I'm thinking a blue. No, not this one. Don't like it. Let's try this one. Maybe. Or, yeah, I like this one better. I think I'll bring something like that before my hand is inside everything. If you have a blending stump that you don't use with graphite, with a chalk or pencils, then you can also use it on the oil pastels to do the blending. Let's see. I'm just placing this here so I can move along without my hand picking up some of the paint. No. I'm thinking that I like the blue, but I'm going to change color again and go with maybe magenta. I don't know. I'll smudge this area and we'll see. And once again, if I want to get into small areas, I can just go with the Q-tip. Purple a little bit here. Again, I just want some play with the colors. I still don't know what I'm going to do here, but we'll get to it. You can probably use also, if you've got those a little spongy thing that you are supposed to put a eyeshadow, that they have a little sponge at the end of the stick, then you can probably do the same with this. Like the Q-tip also will work. Okay, so I just missed a little bit here. I'll fix it later. The heel here is supposed to go like this. I'll fix it later when I decide what color I'm using. And just a little bit more green here. Okay, so I basically want to move from this blue to another color. And as I said, I was thinking magenta. Let's see. I think it's not the color that I want. So I will have to blend it with the purple. It's too pinkish for my taste. Okay. Okay, it works well with the purple. It's a very simple layout and you can really do it with whatever medium you like. And if you are using acrylics or even markers, you can also add more details if that's what you want. I'm just playing with the colors. There is another fun thing that you can do with the oil pastels. You can take like a either a box cutter or whatever a knife you have and scrape it to get little scrapings of it, or like you're doing on a grater. I don't know how to explain it. And then you use those little bits, you scatter them around, put this kind of baking sheet on top, and you can take an iron and it will give you like splatter because it's little bits that you are ironing on top. And as I said, you can also, if you really want to work it with the heat tool, you can even do drip drip effect just by melting the oil pastels. Okay, so this is this, and let's see. Oh, that's the gray. I'm trying to figure out let's take maybe this purple. Why not? And I'm thinking now to take a lighter blue. Not completely sure about this color, but I can always go on top of it with something to change the color. I think I'll add a little bit more of the purple on top of it. Yeah. Now I'm adding a little bit more of the darker purple here. Again, I'm just playing so I will have more interest. Let's see. More Q-tips. Need to check the chat. Let's see, what did I miss? Okay, so I already explained about the fixative, how to seal your thing. And You left yours in the 80s. Hmm. Baby wipes, not so much. Again, baby wipes, water, this is oil, not a great combination, and they will probably pick up more of the paint than blend it. And there is another way to go about it, but let's see. There are makeup brushes. I'm looking for one now with very short hairs, and they are put very condensed. I don't know how to explain it better. So that's another way to go about it. So I can go like this. But I don't know if it's something that is accessible as much as Q-tips and the other stuff. So that's another way to go about it. I think the Q-tip is doing a great job so far, at least for me. Again, it's just in the tight spaces, and all the other stuff I can just go with my finger and it does the job really well. You see how fast it is just with my finger. It's only in the tight spaces that you need something else. I think I haven't done anything with oil pastels in some decades. Yep. Kind of fun to get back to it. Okay. So that's that. And now I need to figure out what colors am I using here. I just want a little bit more green here. Okay, so let's see. Am I going with browns or am I going with something different? Oh, Juanita, hello. And Red Rosie. So many people are here today. That's so great. Yeah. Whoops. Okay. I need my tea. I'm just reading the chat. It seems like I've missed a lot. This is Earl Grey, what I'm drinking. Let's see. I'm going with some brown, but I don't know why, I want to mix some red in it. We'll see. So I'm putting down some dark brown here, and let's see. Don't have any explanation. But I'm having fun. That's all I can say about it. Okay. Taking another brown. Wait, just missed a spot here. And now I'm going to put a little bit of orange here. Again, just to change the color a little bit. Okay, let's see, another brown or almost ochre in color, almost. Don't much like this one. I'm going to move this a little bit. Okay, almost. Okay, where is my pencil? Okay. Let's see. I really like it. Very simple. I really like it. I'm tempted to add some details. Not sure what. Tempted. Let's make a little bit of a order. Okay, this one here. This, that's here. Oh, for God's sake. Whatever. Whatever. Yeah. Tempted to do something on top of it, but not sure yet. And of course, if I want to do anything other than the pencil that I've done, the contour lines, I will have to seal it first and then use, if I want, like markers or gel pens. But if it's just the pencil, I can already do. I'm not sure yet. I thought about doing some like Zentangle or doodling, but I'm not sure, so I'm thinking of just leaving it as is for right now. And I don't want to do what I said about that looks like splattering, because I don't want to deal with an iron now. That's all I need, another burn. I don't want to tempt fate. These things comes in threes, and I just don't want another oopsie. Okay, so yeah, maybe I just need to leave it be. Of course, I'm not going to spray now because I'd rather do it outside, and it's almost 1 a.m. I'm not going outside now. I thought I was also wanting, I was debating with myself if to do the oil pastels today or take these books and do some collaging on them, some abstract collaging with whatever paper scraps I have. So if you want, I can do something with this. This needs to go aside. Let's see. I didn't even organize anything to do a collage, but I do have lots of papers that that are already here that I can probably use. All kinds of leftovers. What else do I have here? Just bits and pieces. Also can be done, and well, we'll see as we go. And I'm thinking, where did I put it? Probably some black and white elements on top. Maybe, we'll see. So I've got my this binder with all kinds of black and white stuff that I can probably use, but we'll start with something. Okay. So cheap, hard cover and hard whatever boards on the inside for children. I'm leaving the cover for last. I'm just going to start by collaging bits and pieces. I'm using regular white glue, I think, or maybe, yeah, I'll just use white glue. And the way I think to go about it is to just start putting pieces willy-nilly, no overthinking, and sticking out of the edges, and later on I'll just trim the excess. That's what I'm thinking of doing. And I'm also going on top. Okay. And let's see, this is interesting, but I want torn edges, so I'm going to put something like that. Oh, I didn't put glue on all the page, all over. Okay, here we go. Let's find something interesting. Not another blue. Maybe this one. This should be interesting enough. Oops. Okay. I'm already liking it. Okay. I hope I'm in frame. I've got so much going on here with pieces of paper that I find myself moving to the right. Okay, I'll just do the opposite. All of this here, and I'll be here. That's it. Problem solved. Okay, another piece. Is this going to be interesting? No, too much glue next to each other. Is this going to be interesting? Maybe another color. Don't like it. This should work. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Next. Okay, just one more piece. I'm trying not to overthink it and just have fun with the colors and the textures. Okay. Now, I know it looks like a mess, but I want to find something to glue on top of it. I've got all kinds of tissue paper that I stamped or drew on with black that I'm thinking of gluing here, like I've got this tissue paper that I stamped, and I'm thinking that bits and pieces of it on top would probably be interesting. Let's see. Basically, it's like taking a stamp and directly stamping. I just have the tissue paper and haven't used it in a long time, so that's what I'm doing. Again, I'm going to trim later on. Okay. I'm looking at the chat. I used to go with sanding paper on this glossy stuff, but I found out that when I do a whole collage, and especially using white glue, proper white glue, not a diluted one that I use for the paper napkins, I found out that it sticks. And it's just something very simple and cheap and quick and fun to do very quickly. And as I said, not overthinking. I'm going for abstract. I'm not going to worry about focal points or whatever. I'm just sticking up pieces. And of course, now it's all with glue, and I can't do any more on top of it, but I'm planning on either stamping, stenciling, or just making marks with acrylic markers. So it's just some fun bit to do. Now I'm putting this aside and I'm taking the other one, and I'm going to take other pieces to glue. This time I'm going with a completely other colors for this. And I'm just hoping to, the only thing I'm hoping to do is use my scraps and have fun doing it. That's it. No other plan. Not worrying about a theme for this or anything else, or as I said, focal points, whatever. It can even be paper napkins for that matter. It doesn't matter. Just using my scraps. And you don't have to even glue them like this. You can glue them however you want. I'm just, right now I'm going like this. Maybe in other pages I will go a horizontal. Maybe I will just do little pieces. I don't know. As I said, this is completely unplanned. Just using bits and pieces that I have left. If you've got lots of washi tape that you don't use, even if you've got stickers that you don't use, you can just play with it and create something interesting. Nope. I'm looking. Maybe this could be interesting here. Yeah, going with this. This is from a stamp I have, and I've made this page. This is a cleaning page. It's a dictionary page, and while I was doing a gel printing, I clean either the braille on the dictionary page, and afterwards I'm cleaning the stamps on it, and that's how I get more interesting collage papers. And probably if when I'm finished gluing papers here for the background, I will probably use the same stamp with the same color of ink or whatever, or acrylic paint, to go around the rest of the background, just to make it a more cohesive, bring all the bits and pieces together. Okay, I need more papers, more scraps. More scraps. Where did I put more? Maybe another one like this. And what else do I have? Going over my stashes here and trying to find something that will work. Let's see. This is interesting. I don't have a clue what will come out of it. I'm just putting down things that look interesting and that I hope will come out nicely. And if not, I can always go over it with something. There is always a next layer, so really not worried, especially that, as I said, these books are so cheap. Yeah, yeah. Of course, trimming later on. Yeah. Let's see. It's still wet, but maybe I can trim it just so we can see how it looks. As usual, I am making a mess. Needs more glue here. It's always the corners. Somehow, it's always the corners. Okay. I'll do a better job once it's all dry. Oh, for God's sake. Trying to get to the edge. Okay. Already looking better. Already liking it. Yep. Bye, Megan. You want to learn Hebrew? It's a very difficult language. No patience at all. That's all I have to say. These are good base if you want to give someone a gift. You can use whatever collage papers you've got. You already have it as a book, so all you need to do is just glue pages. It doesn't have to be scraps, and you can decorate however you want. So it's a really good base for a gift. And again, need more glue at the corners and the edges. Okay, so I need to do a better job with the trimming later on, but this is enough just to see what's going on, and I'm really liking it. Hi, Monica. Bye, Melissa. Let's see. What else do I have here? All these are tissue paper, most of them that I stamped, some that I doodled, because you can just take tissue paper with a permanent black marker and doodle on top of it. So yeah, I don't know. These are tissue papers that I put a stencil underneath and went with oil pastels on top. Just scrape the oil pastels on top. And you can also scrape soft pastels or chalk pastels on top, but just remember that you need to seal it. No, nothing speaks to me. Nothing says maybe. These two. Oops. I'll trim it again later. Yeah, I already am in love with this too. What can I say? Yeah, my hand is okay. Just second degree burn. My toaster went gator on me, and that's that. So yeah. So I can't do more with this because it's all wet, but I still got time if you've got questions, requests. I'm here. I'll just try to make a little bit of order here in all this mess that I made. And just put it in some bin. Okay, I can see the desk. But I can't see where I put the lid. Oh, here it is. Okay. So some semblance of order. Oopsie. Once again, probably making you dizzy. No, I don't use a old makeup anymore. I used to because I didn't have all kinds of other products at the beginning, so that's what I used a lot of times for doing some shading, but not anymore. I used to also take eyeshadow and make it back into a powder, and then I used to add some glue and use it on top of all kinds of stuff, and it was translucent but still added some shimmer, depending of course on the color, but shimmer to whatever I covered. All kinds of chalk pastels or soft pastels need sealer. And what else? Graphite, charcoal, and needs sealer. Things that are like brochures, it's good to do a sealer because sometimes not all the powder is activated with the water, so it's best to seal it so you won't have any misshapes if you have brochures. Yeah, soft pastels are easy to use and they are quite versatile. You can use them as almost like watercolors, and you can use them just as you used chalk when you were a kid. And you can mix them, and you can also activate them just with baby wipes. I don't have ink tanks sticks. I've got the pencils, and what's great about them is once they are dry, you finish activating them with the water, they are permanent because they are ink based. So they don't need any sealant. I think I showed you some of the stuff that I've done this week. This I colored this with ink tents, pencils. Thank you, Claudia. For anyone who wasn't here at the beginning, all the giveaways just went in the mail, and if it's for Australia and New Zealand, then it can be up to 2 months. If it's a US, it can be up to a month. Also Canada and UK and Europe, depending, it's less time. And sometimes they surprise me and it gets to the US in 2 weeks. So you never know. Just checking what I've missed. It's so great to see people from all over. Yeah, Brenda, you're one of the giveaway winners, and Claudia also, if I remember correctly, and Jojo also, and I don't remember everyone. Bye, Red Rosie. In this giveaway, finally, I have someone from New Zealand and from Belgium. To the US, I think I've already sent all over the place, and UK, Belgium is the first time that I'm sending something. And I'm already working on the next giveaway. So, yeah, it's so much fun. Can someone please invent a machine that I can put stuff like that inside and it comes on the other side just dry? So I can continue. Yeah. What the time? Oh, 1:30. Blushing here, Brenda. Just put them in the toaster. Yeah. Yeah. Who knew? Jetsons, you were talking about the cartoon? Brenda, Jetson, are you referring to the cartoon? Oh, yeah. It's an oldie. I almost forgot about it. If only in real life. Yeah, some of it is already in real life. Everything is on screen, all the Zoom and everything. Bye, Bethan. Anyone from the UK in the chat? I've seen Canada, I've seen the US, all over. And let's see. I don't know a lot about the Jetsons. We didn't have it here. We only had one channel here with very few things from the US and the UK, more from the UK than the US in terms of TV series. The Jetsons, I believe I got introduced to that cartoon more, later in as an adult. And cartoons, I mostly like the what's it called? Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner. Yep. And Yosemite Sam. That's the cartoons that I liked. Didn't like Disney much, and didn't like what's the one with the Scooby-Doo. Didn't like them either. I can still watch Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner and still laugh. Bye, Jean. Wile E. Coyote and Yosemite Sam, and is it Warner Brothers? Or am I mistaken? Anyone knows? Scooby-Doo was, I think, Hanna-Barbera. Hello, Ranjani. From down under. Yeah, Bugs Bunny also, and Daffy Duck. And Elmer Fudd. I loved Yosemite Sam. I like that little dude that always got angry. Always thought it of myself like Yosemite Sam, getting angry and smoke coming out of my ears. Hanna-Barbera always looked to me like all their cartoon figures looked stoned. In Disney, all the characters were like, I don't know, with like screechy voice. Didn't like them. Probably Americans are angry at me for saying this. So nobody from the UK in the chat. So much glue. I'm itching to do something on top, but I need for it to dry. Yeah, Tom and Jerry. Hi, Deborah. I just saw that I'm sorry if I'm butchering her name. Patricia Rutledge got recognized as the best actor or something like that from Keeping Up Appearances. Bye, friends. I think the chat got stuck or something. I don't know. They done. I've seen now they've done a like a 3D cartoons for a Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote, and I don't like it. The old cartoons look better. I don't know why. sometimes they try to be more advanced and it looks horrible. I saw, like now I saw a trailer for the new Snow White, and the dwarfs are just ugly, so ugly. It's not like the cute dwarfs from the 1937 version. Yes, Aline, 141. Did you see the trailer? And the actress is so, I'm sorry to say that she looks ugly. Not because she's not white, just, I don't know, something looks, I don't know. The whole trailer looks awful for Snow White. Even the dress she's wearing, you'd think that nowadays you can do better, and it looks like cheap costume that you buy in some, I don't know, Dollar Tree. Even if she was paler, it wouldn't have mattered. The whole hairdo and the dress, it's just plain ugly. But it seems like everything Disney is doing these days is just off the rails. Pepe Le Pew. Was it a cat or was it a skunk? I don't remember it as a cat. Bye, Juanita. Yeah, I don't watch TV now. If I want to watch something, I'm going on YouTube and nothing to see. All the TV series are so too much violence, too much everything, too graphic. Chip and Dale, I don't know who Chip and Dale are. Are there maybe they are the squirrels? I don't know. I watch so much stuff on YouTube. It just opened up so many stuff. Chipmunks. I didn't know their name. Yeah. It's the chipmunks that do the who's on first with the baseball or something like that. The last TV series I used to watch was NCIS, and even that I didn't see the last season. I just got fed up. Just gave up on TV series. There's nothing like what we used to watch. Yeah, maybe I I didn't mm, like uh, what was it called? Kojak, like Telly Savalas, or Starsky and Hutch, or if it was British, Faulty Towers, and Keeping Up Appearances, and Upstairs, Downstairs. There were so many great TV series back in the day. Terry Mason and Quincy, yes. I can still watch Faulty Towers and have a laugh. It was Faulty is they're saying to him, it's a rat. It's a hamster. It's a rat. It's still funny. Faulty Towers is still funny. Are you being served? Oh, yeah. Loved it. Mrs. Slocum. But Keeping Up Appearances is just hilarious. I still can't hear the word bucket without thinking about the TV series. I love Midsummer Murders is great. Only Fools and Horses, yes. It's bouquet, bucket. Miss Marple, yeah. I can't even see nowadays they are doing all kinds of they're doing Agatha Christie new ones like Murder on the Nile, and it's just not the same without Maggie Smith and Peter Ustinov and David Niven. It's just not the same. Poirot, yeah. Sparkle Berry Shine, hello. I loved Peter Ustinov as Poirot, although he's not even close to the description in the books. Dad's Army, yeah. Oh, Black Adder. Black Adder. Just remembered Black Adder. Yes, Minister. Yeah. You're reminding me. Yeah, Mr. Bean. I never liked Mr. Bean. I don't know why, but Black Adder is just great. But I just didn't connect with his very, I don't know, pathetic character. It's not only that they are not as imaginative. I think they are relying on like tricks. They are relying on action, on blowing up pieces, or on sex scenes, or on very graphic violence. No subtlety. Yeah, just took the words out of my mouth. Regreen. For the shock value. Yeah. Regreen, when you are joining the Facebook group, there are like questions, and um, just write something. That's the only way I can screen trolls and bots. Some people come in, try to go into the group. They don't answer not the questions, and they don't put the I agree for the group rules. And then I have to go into their Facebook page and see if it's a bot or a troll or something. And sometimes I'm not sure, and I'm just not permitting them into the group, because I just don't want to deal with policing all kinds of stuff that are not supposed to be in the group. That's great. That's the what the Facebook group is for you to share. Even if you don't think it turned out so good, you can share it on the Facebook group. And if you want to ask a question, any question, you can ask it in the Facebook group. They do. I think YouTube doesn't recommend me. Most of the I don't allow most of the stuff that they want me to promote and do all kinds of stuff that like with money. So There are now more than 900 videos on my channel, so you can browse around. The two chipmunks, Chip and Dale, are they the ones that are doing a Who's on First? And I'm not talking about the Abbott and Costello skit. There is a version, I think, that the two chipmunks are doing something like the skit from Abbott and Costello. Is it these two chipmunks that you are talking about? Ivory Green. I'm itching to do something. I'm crazy. I'm crazy. That's what I have to tell you. I'm crazy. I was thinking about doing some greeting cards. I can't sit still. Yeah, the older cartoons. I need to go to bed, yes, but I'm crazy. Still crazy after all these years, as the poet says. I don't need the envelope. Don't know what I'm doing. I'm just doing. Yeah, rawhide. I remember. Just don't let me start singing the theme song. Hate reality shows. The minute they started, I hated them. Mr. Noit, no, hubby does not watch my videos. He doesn't have a millimeter of artist in his bones. He can hardly see colors, and he can't even do a straight line with a ruler. So just no. But he does know what to get me. So if he finds all kinds of papers thrown around, he knows to get them for me. He's going on a trip with from work, and he's returning with 3 old books from a second-hand bookstore. So I trained him well. I'll get rid of the pencil lines later. You can get lost. You're hilarious. Oh my god. You're too funny. Almost didn't go live today, but decided that it's better to go live. And as you can see, you are making me laugh, and I'm having so much fun creating. Last week, I just knew I couldn't handle going live. I would have probably cried the whole live, so instead I just posted another video. Okay. I often wonder what happened to the people I gave directions to. So you've got an echo. Yeah, this world is definitely messed up. And it's just better to go forward and keep on moving, because if not, you're just sinking like in a swamp. You'll just, or quicksand. So just keep going. I'm thinking how I want to color on the inside. You know what? Let's go with the chalk pastels just because someone asked about them. I don't keep track. Chalk pastels, soft pastels, whatever. Yeah, quicksand. Definitely. Just keep going. Keep breathing. Who asked me how do I keep going on? And I said I just keep breathing. I'm taking a brush with a little bit of water. You don't have to. I just decided that that's what I'm going to do. Again, this is not planned. I'm having fun. And whatever happens, happens. And if I don't like it, it can go to the trash. Okay. I don't know. We'll see what will come out of it. There are probably some chalk pastels or soft pastels experts that are probably having a heart attack that I'm using water on them. Bye, Aline. What I do with the colors that I don't like in a pack, I leave them there like the pink. What would I do with it? It just stays there forever and ever. All the pinks. I should probably colored with just markers, but whatever. You can even use them not directly on the paper. If you want a very subtle effect of watercolors, you just take the brush with the water and you go on top like this and use it. But I'm using it directly, as you can see, and I'm not going for subtles. Somewhere there's a little graveyard of pinks. Yeah, yeah. What could I do with them? It's like I have a really nice pack of acrylic markers that I ordered from Timo. Great acrylic markers. I really love them, but the pack came with so many pinks. A lot of other great colors, but lots of pinks, and I just don't have anything to do with them. So, what can I do? Even this, if I don't like it, I will go on top of it and cover it. In larger areas, if you're using the chalk pastels, you can use a baby wipe on top, and it makes a great for blending. Yeah, I think they have some kind of a version of a who's on first. That's what I remember about them. It's turning interesting, that I can say. But I don't know if it's what I was looking for. We'll see. Sometimes only when you're finishing you can see the whole thing and know if you're keeping it or not. Needs pink. Needs pink. You're killing me today. It's pink. Yeah. Definitely interesting. I was thinking of doing either a video or another live with this kind of graphic, very simple graphic, I don't know what to call it, ornaments on greeting cards. So that's basically what I thought, what I'm doing now. Not sure about it. I have different layouts in my mind. Something that is very simple. Maybe do even a template and post it on my website so anyone can print and color however you want. We'll see. First, I need to get through this one and see if it's worth it, if I like it. I like making it, but sometimes I don't like the result. Okay, not sure about it. Interesting, but I'm not sure about it. That's what I have to say. Okay, let's see. I think I should have gone with some markers, but okay, maybe later I'll fix it. Okay, so this is it for me. Now it's 2:21. I think I kept up quite nicely, and this is it for me. Thank you all for coming in. Thank you for keeping me company, and that's that. If you have something to ask, request, it still now's the time before I disconnect the live. I wish this could have a dried faster, that maybe I could have done more pages. We'll see. Maybe video, maybe live. I'll I think this needs to be continued because it's very free. Anyone can do it with whatever scraps they have. So good night, everyone, or good morning for down under. And thank you for being here. So bye for now. I'll be seeing you in my next video.